One day, a man in Richmond, Virginia, experienced something few human beings in all of history had ever experienced. He took a walk, while inside of him, a total artificial heart beat away, keeping him alive until a human heart could be identified for transplantation. That simple walk was the result of 175 years of multidisciplinary research, education, and an unyielding commitment to service in our community. In that time, the Medical College of Virginia, and now VCU Medical Center, has been on a quest to distinguish itself as one of the most innovative medical centers in history. Four medical professors, led by Dr. Augustus Warner, had petitioned Hampton-Sydney College to start a medical school. Dr. Warner was chosen among a group of 6 of the original faculty to be the first dean. The first classes were held on November 5, 1838, located at the old Union Hotel on the corner of Main and 19th Streets. From the very beginning, this new medical college distinguished itself. Just 8 months after opening, the Southern Literary Messenger editorialized on the work that had already been done at the school.
Too much praise cannot be bestowed on the individual enterprise, perseverance, and energy which have already achieved for it a character of stability and usefulness.
In less than a decade, Dr. Warner's dream of a permanent home for this medical school became a reality. The Egyptian building made its first appearance in 1845.
Augustus Warner worked very closely with the architect to have the perfect building. And it was designed to take advantage of certain things such as natural light on the top floor where the anatomy lab was, so that students could perform dissection with the benefit of natural light.
Today, the Egyptian building still stands with a powerful symbolism that resonates throughout the medical complex. Just 1 block away, a brand new state-of-the-art medical school, the McLaughlin Medical Education Center, one of the finest of its kind in the world, is taking Dr. Warner's dream further than he could have ever imagined. Learning studios and a theater, and fully simulated exam and surgical rooms, combined with a 21st century curriculum, are fulfilling VCU's quest for distinction. 10 years after the Egyptian building opened, the medical department of Hampton-Sydney College received an independent charter from the Virginia General Assembly and became the Medical College of Virginia. The first enormous challenge came shortly thereafter. Just before the first blood was spilled in the Civil War, MCV built a new hospital. Somehow, despite being in the heart of this tragic 4-year conflict, the school and the hospital remained open. Today, the VCU Medical Center's thriving downtown Richmond campus supports 5 different schools, as well as VCU Massey Cancer Center, the VCU Medical Center, and Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU. All of these departments are applying the educational standards, commitment to service, and passion for innovation and research that helped inspire the college in the first place. The world of dentistry, often practiced by amateurs with little or no scientific experience or medical knowledge, was beginning to modernize. Just before the turn of the 20th century, scientific research led to porcelain inlays, X-ray capability, and the first electric drill. The dental school graduated its first class in 1900. Today, the dentists, hygienists, and researchers who are creating 21st century dentistry are learning and practicing their craft in a modern 55,000 square foot gem, the Baxter Perkinson Jr. building at the VCU School of Dentistry. This structure has given rise to expanded capacity for oral cancer research and a 30% increase in operatories for dental surgery and scientific research. Nurses are the true foot soldiers in healthcare. For decades, they spent much of their professional history almost invisible to all but patients in need. MCV began to change all that in 1895 with the addition of the Old Dominion Hospital Training School for nurses. Under the leadership of Sadie Heath Cabanis, the new School of Nursing was aligned with a growing movement in America that revolutionized women's rights and the role of the nurse. Sadie Heath Cabanis developed the first nursing school in Virginia that followed the Nightingale Plan. The school required evidence of competence, and students had to be certified by attesting to their nursing education. 25 years later, MCV established the St. Philip Hospital and developed a first-rate nursing school for African American women. Today, the VCU School of Nursing operates in one of the most advanced nursing education facilities in the country. VCU School of Nursing is ranked in the top 10% of the nation's graduate nursing programs by U.S. News and World Report, and is in the top 25 schools of nursing in NIH-funded research. The VCU School of Pharmacy has ushered in the modern era of pharmacy education, taking it from its inception in 1898 to today, with a menagerie of advanced degrees that set the standards of pharmacy education in America. Breaking new ground throughout its history, the leadership at the MCV School of Pharmacy realized that the more sophisticated the science of pharmacy got, the more advanced study was needed to ensure pharmacists were ready to practice in the modern world of medicine. With this in mind, the school offered its first graduate degrees, a master's program in 1954 and a PhD in 1958. That standard led to extraordinary advances in pharmaceutical research and innovation. The treatment of one human being for any illness or injury involves a carefully orchestrated plan, combining scientific research, an array of pre- and post-treatment therapies, and of course, compassion. All these instruments of healing must be part of a highly organized healthcare system that is seamless. For all this to work, medical professionals must work across specialties to give patients the best treatment possible. The School of Allied Health Professions, with 9 departments and the Virginia Center on Aging, is mastering that patient-centered, evidence-based orchestration. Throughout the decades, professions were added, creating a full circle of care for patients. Those professions were consolidated with the School of Allied Health Professions in 1969. By 2008, the school had enrolled a total of more than 1,000 students. And they are learning their craft in the most accomplished School of Allied Health Professions in the nation, with more programs ranked in the top 20 by U.S. News and World Report than any other allied health program. Collaboration, innovation, compassion. These hallmarks of the MCV experience all live daily at VCU Massey Cancer Center. Designated in 1974 by the National Cancer Institute, VCU Massey Cancer Center challenged the status quo of cancer treatment and research. In 2006, VCU Massey Cancer Center opened the Goodwin Research Laboratory, an 80,000 square foot state-of-the-art cancer research facility. Massey provides the largest offering of clinical trials in Virginia, with more than 150 studies evaluating the latest cancer therapies for more than 20 types of cancer, from brain and breast to leukemia, prostate, lung, and more. All of these disciplines benefit from VCU's commitment not just to research, but translational research. This commitment resulted in one of the largest federal grants in our history, $20 million from the National Institutes of Health, to form the Center for Clinical and Translational Research, greatly enhancing our ability to take research from the bench directly to our patient's bedside.
My faculty colleagues are performing enormous volumes of clinical service day in and day out, on top of the research that they're doing, that they're getting right to the patient's bedside. My faculty colleagues are doing clinical trials that save lives. They're saving the lives of people who otherwise wouldn't have a chance. And they're doing this together with students who will form the next generation that will help save lives that could otherwise not be saved.
175 years after Augustus Warner gathered those first young medical students together, the commitment we have made to research, education, and to service has created a foundation that is giving patients new life and new hope for a healthy future, all delivered with heart to our entire community.